Greetings, fellow nationalists. I'm Michael Quinn of the Irish Nationalist Brotherhood. It is the 23rd of October 2012. I came across an article in the Irish Times which almost floored me when I read it, and it's in relation to immigrants living here in Ireland, and it's from the Irish Times. The heading is over 500,000 non-Irish living in Ireland. And now, don't forget, folks, our population is 4.5 million, so that's 1/5 of the Irish population in Ireland, which are non-Irish immigrants. And if that figure doesn't floor you, you're obviously mentally retarded. Okay, anyways, by Ciara Kenny, the number of non-Irish nationals living in Ireland increased by 143% to more than 500,000 between 2002 and 2011. Figures from the Census 2011 published today show. When the census was carried out in April last year, 544,357 non-nationals, people from 199 different nations, were living in Ireland. The number of non-Irish nationals has grown by 124,624 since 2006, when the last census was carried out, a rise of 30%. Polish people represent the largest group, with their population increasing by 93.7% since 2006, from 63,276 to a staggering 122,585. People from the UK are the second largest group, with 112,259 living here in 2011. Dublin City had 88,038 non-Irish nationals, the most of any area in the country. Fingal had 49,517 and Cork County had 42,886. Leitrim and Longford had the lowest numbers, with 3,703 and 5,477 non-Irish nationals residing there. Fingal saw the largest increase, with 15,151 more non-nationals living there in 2011 than in 2006, while Galway City was the most multicultural, with 19.4% of its residents recorded as non-Irish. Non-Irish nationals were split fairly evenly by gender in April 2011, with 271,864 males and 272,493 females. Some 60% were in the 22 to 44 year age group, compared with just 32% for Irish nationals. Some 25,198 non-Irish nationals were born in Ireland. Polish people were the single largest group, with 8,928 babies born here, followed by Lithuanians at 2,180, UK nationals at 1,921 and Latvians at 1,199. There were 268,180 non-Irish nationals at work in April 2011, and here we have an unemployment rate of 450,000, and here's this 268,000 plus taking those Irish jobs. Anyway, in April 2011, accounting for 15.1% of the total number of workers at the time. Polish and UK nationals accounted for 43.4% of these workers, while the remaining 151,805 workers came from 185 different nations. Non-Irish nationals looking after the home or family numbered 37,164 and accounted for 8% of all non-Irish nationals. Some 49,915 non-Irish students and pupils over the age of 15 were living here in 2011. The largest group were UK nationals, followed by Poles, Chinese and Nigerians. A total of 19,609 non-Irish people were retired, 75% of whom were from the UK. Germans were the second largest group, with 826 retirees living here. The proportion of non-Irish nationals with a degree or higher was 30.7%. Three quarters of Indian people living here had a degree, while 64.5% of Filipinos and 55.9% of Americans had a third level qualification. Some 514,068 people spoke a language other than Irish or English, uh, and of these 41,243 were Irish people who spoke French, 16,160 were Irish people who spoke German, and 12,590 were Irish people who spoke Spanish. Amongst European people living in Ireland, Polish was the most common language with 112,812 speakers, followed by Lithuanian, Russian, Romanian and Latvian. Lithuanian and Somalian nationals had a high proportion who could not speak English well or at all, 30%, followed by Polish, Brazilian and Chinese. Of the 53,267 people who arrived in Ireland in the year prior to April 2011, 33,340 were non-Irish nationals. Most of the arrivals were of European nationality, with 4,112 coming from Poland and 4,072 from the UK. Over two-thirds were between the ages of 15 and 34. Now they're absolutely horrendous figures, folks. We are, without a shadow of a doubt, being invaded. The Irish Nationalist Brotherhood is the only group in Ireland that is actually putting the Irish people first. We want our own people to get these jobs, not foreign nationals. If you are concerned about this, I would suggest that you join the Irish Nationalist Brotherhood and help us to reverse this trend. Boo na boss, which translated into English is victory or death. Until next time, see you then. Slán.